Okay, in order to make the New Mommy Survival Kit title, I'm going to just go ahead and grab all the titles in the Pucker Up collection right now and open them in Photoshop. So I'm just going to go to each graphic set and open up each title in it directly in Photoshop. I already have Hey Diddle open, but there's one more in here. Okay, like I said, I made mine in Illustrator, so it will be a little bit different because I did adjust some of the colors and stuff, and I went ahead and used various fonts, but there actually is the word new. To make it easier on you, we're just going to go ahead and select the entire word new. Using your lasso again, L, Control C for copy, and I'm going to come back to my label. I am going to go ahead, actually, so we can kind of see the placement, then we don't have to play with adjusting it. I'm just going to adjust the opacity of this right there down to hardly anything. That way it won't necessarily get in the way, but we can see where we want to place it. Now I'm going to press paste. Control, double click. And we want to, oops, sorry, not double click, right click, convert to smart object, Control T, and just size that down to about where you want it. I'm going to go ahead and grab the M using the lasso again, selecting the M right there, Control C to copy. Oops. Paste, Control V, right click, convert to smart object. Now the only letter that wasn't in any of these titles, I think, was an M and a V. V is super easy to make, so is the M. So that's not a problem. I'm going to show you how to make that. Oops. Control Z if you accidentally grab another layer, move it. You can just undo it. Anyways, so I'm going to make a new layer here. Right click on the drop down layer right there. New layer. Layer 0. And I'm going to go ahead, just so we understand and know what this is, I'm just going to press O. So I'm going to call that the O layer. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer and make my own. The nice thing about this font, this alphabet, it's pretty squampus, so really I don't think you can go wrong. I'm going to use my marquee to make just a circle. And it doesn't need to be a perfect circle, so I'm not even going to bother to hold down Shift. You can decide what color you want to fill it in. And I think I'm going to go ahead and select this teal again. Use the gradient tool and fill that in. Now I'm going to make a second layer and call it O2 for the center. Again, I'm going to use the circle marquee and choose another color. We'll go ahead and just use this bright turquoise here, gradient. Now you can see all the letters have a little outline around them. So I'm going to stroke that O2 layer by double clicking on the layer. You get your layer style menu to pop up. Select stroke, select the color, and I'm going to select that bright green there that almost looks yellow. And it's almost the right size, actually. Let's see what 4 does. Yeah, I think I like 4 better. Press OK. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this one. Stroke it. Select that color. Change that to 4. Press OK. Now I'm going to just merge these 2 layers together. I'm going to hit Control and select both layer. Right click, merge layers. So I've got my O. Now I need to add a little drop shadow so it matches the other letters. You can tell that's too big, even that's too big. It'll look different when we merge it together too. I'm actually going to change that back to 35. I think it'll look alright. So there's my O. Now you've already got an M here. This is where I changed some of them in Illustrator and changed the size a little bit and changed the color. But there is a second M. On this one right here. So I'm going to use the marquee again. And it's harder to fix a drop shadow, so instead I'm going to just select right around the M using the lasso. And this is a really easy one to do because, like I said, it's pretty squampus. Nothing's perfect anyways. So, and it will look like it matches no matter what. So there's that. Control C to copy. And now I'm going to paste it. Right click, convert to smart object. Enter, and again we need to stroke this. Now I need to add the drop shadow, but this is really easy fix. I'm just going to add it to the O layer. I'm going to drag let's change this to M so we understand that that's M. I'm going to drag this above the O2 layer that we made, and Control E will merge it down and add the drop shadow that we already created for the O. And I think it would just be great to duplicate this M for the second M there. Right click on that layer menu in the drop down box in the right hand corner. Duplicate that layer. Second M, drag it over here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it a little so it doesn't look exactly the same. Let's zoom out, or we're running out of room, but we just need a Y here. There's a Y right there if you want that one. It's a pretty cute one. There's also, I think there's a few Ys. Oh, there was my other Y. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing with this one that we did with our M and just select directly around the Y. Control C to copy and paste it. Right click, convert to smart object, Control T to transform. adjust it where you want it. And again, this layer needs a stroke, so right click, stroke, select the color, and that yellowish greenish, change it to 4. And again, I'm going to drag this layer above the O2 layer and merge down, Control E, so I can get my drop shadow there. So you can get the idea. The only other letter, like I said, that's not in any of those titles is V. So I'm not going to go ahead and write the rest of this word just to save time on the video. But to make my V, I'm just going to use the lasso tool, L, and create a simple V. With this squampus effect, it's pretty easy to do. Select the color you want to fill it, press G for gradient, and fill that letter. Again, you'd need to add your, I'm sorry, I should have done that on a new layer so you can follow the directions, but you would need to add the stroke and then merge down, and then you have your V. Other than that, every other letter is in the rest of the titles, and it should be pretty easy to do. Thanks.